I will be in 1 minute. Just I get a glass of water.
Okay.
Okay, glass of water.
Bom dia, pessoal.
Good morning, everyone.
Como sempre, dentro desse espaço, né, tanto da Florescência quanto do Instituto Somos Água, a gente começa esses momentos com um minuto de silêncio para a
As
gente
always,
encontrar. Vai lá.
as we usually do, both at Florescencia as well as at Instituto Somos Agua, the We Are Water Institute, we always begin with 1 minute of silence
Para a gente encontrar esse espaço de presença, para que a gente possa, de
so,
fato, desfrutar desse aqui e agora. Então, convido todo mundo a fechar os olhos um pouquinho, respirar e encontrar esse espaço interno de presença.
so that we can find this space of presence, so that we can connect to the here and now. I close our eyes. This
You're back. Bom dia, pessoal.
Good morning, everyone.
Primeiramente, eu gostaria de dar as boas-vindas a todas as pessoas que escolheram estar aqui nessa manhã.
Firstly, I would like to welcome everybody who chose to be here this morning.
É uma alegria muito grande poder estar aqui e agora com esse ser humano que inspira profundamente a minha caminhada. Está aqui com o Satish Kumar.
It's a great joy to be able to be here and now with this human being that greatly inspires my walk, Satish Kumar.
Satish, ele me inspira por essa simplicidade elegante com que ele vive, por esse amor radical à vida.
Satish inspires me due to this elegant simplicity with this radical love for life.
Por todo esse respeito por todos os seres e por essa coerência entre aquilo que ele ensina e aquilo que ele pratica.
For all this respect for all beings and for the coherence between that which he teaches and that which he applies to his own life.
Também me emociona muito poder olhar para essa sala nesse momento e perceber que cada pessoa que está aqui escolheu dedicar um tempo precioso da sua vida para cultivar a esperança.
And I am also very touched to see each person who is here in this room and has chosen to dedicate some time of their life to hope.
Mas não uma esperança passiva, uma esperança que transforma em ação, em cuidado e compromisso com essa regeneração da Terra.
But not a passive hope, but an active hope that is transformed into action, into care, and raise of consciousness towards the care for this earth.
Também me alegra poder estar aqui como integrante e representante do Instituto Somos Água, esse projeto dedicado a cultivar uma cultura de cuidado das águas.
And I am also very joyful to be here as a member and representative of the Instituto Somos Água, the We Are Water Institute, that dedicates an action to taking care of the waters on this earth.
Quando a gente fala em cultura, a gente está falando daquilo que a gente se propõe a cultivar todos os dias.
When we speak of culture, we are speaking of that which we propose ourselves to cultivate daily.
E essa cultura de cuidado das águas nos propõe uma mudança de mentalidade.
And this culture of care for the waters proposes a shift in our mentality.
Deixar de enxergar a água só como um recurso e como um utilitário, e realmente reconhecer ela como uma entidade viva, sagrada para todos os povos e indispensável para toda a nossa vida.
Ceasing to see water as a resource and something that is utilitarian and starting to see it as something that is of vital importance for all peoples on earth.
E a própria água já é uma grande mestra, é uma grande inspiração para esse bem viver.
And water in itself is already a great master and a great inspiration for this living well.
Por essa capacidade de conectar, de acolher, de se adaptar, de purificar e de sustentar a vida, ela nos oferece um modelo de como a gente pode viver em harmonia com o planeta e com todos os outros seres.
Due to this capacity of embracing, of sustaining life in itself, it grants us the capacity to connect with life and with all beings.
E é com essa inspiração e com o coração assim profundamente agradecido que eu dou início a esse encontro.
And it's with this inspiration and with a heart filled with gratitude that I begin this gathering.
Não como uma gota que anda sozinha e que corre o risco de evaporar, mas como gotas que se juntam e criam um grande rio de regeneração planetária, que segue em direção a esse oceano de amor radical.
Not as a single drop that on its own is at the risk of evaporating, but as a group of drops that together form an ocean of radical love towards planetary regeneration, the ocean of planetary regeneration.
Que a gente possa estar presente de corpo e alma para receber o Satish. Agradeço a ele
present.
profundamente por estar aqui nesse momento.
May we be present in body and soul to welcome Satish. with a lot of presence. I thank him deeply for being with us here in this moment.
E passo a palavra para o Tiago.
And I give the word to Chad.
Okay. Could you put the gallery so that I can see some people on the screen?
Vai, Ti.
Okay.
Eu não vou me demorar muito, gostaria só, para quem não me conhece, eu sou o Tiago Dantas, da Florescente, e a Florescente é um ecossistema de propósito e liderança, né, de autodesenvolvimento para líderes que desejam ser orientados por propósito.
I am Thiago Dantas from Florescentia. That is a platform for the development of purpose and leadership for leaders who wish to connect with their purpose.
Somos fundadores da primeira pós-graduação com o tema Propósito do Brasil.
We are the founders of the first post-graduation program with the theme of purpose in Brazil.
E, na verdade, eu gostaria só de dar as boas-vindas para todos e agradecer profundamente o Sr. Satish por estar aqui conosco.
And actually, I would just like to welcome everybody and thank Mr. Satish deeply for being here with us.
Gostaria de dizer que é uma honra receber o senhor aqui conosco.
I would like to say that it's an honor to welcome you here with us.
Para que possamos beber dos seus ensinamentos e aprender um pouquinho mais hoje.
So that we may drink from your teachings and learn a little bit today.
Então, passo a palavra para o senhor, bem-vindo. Que assim
And
seja.
so, welcome. I give now the word to you, and so be it.
Thank you. Can you put gallery so that I can see some people in the audience? Do you think you can put some gallery?
Yeah.
I can see some people on the audience. I can't hear you.
Can you see now? Everybody's here in the gallery.
I can't see. No
Maybe.
Gallery. Can you put gallery?
Yes, maybe you can put in your Zoom, Mr. Satish.
I don't think I can't. I don't see
in view gallery.
Gallery. There's no gallery here. No gallery coming. Never mind. I can't see. You can't put gallery there from your side.
A gente consegue, Fê, colocar a galeria para ele?
Não, para ele não. Já tá aqui para todo mundo.
I can see you on the screen. Okay. If you can put I can't do anything. It doesn't. My screen doesn't seem to put gallery on.
Não?
I can see you only, but nobody else.
Qual que é o caminho, Fê? É do lado direito, não? Dá para falar para ele.
Você pode falar para ele, Rael? Can you translate to him? In the view?
Yes. Mr. Satish Kumar, you can, on the top right corner.
Yes, I do. On the top right corner is nothing happening. There's a
group of little squares.
That 9 squares, but it doesn't happen. When I tap it, nothing, no changes.
maybe if you switch back to speaker mode and then switch back to gallery mode.
Oh, speaker mode. Which is the speaker mode?
On the nine squares, if you click on it, then there must be a drop-down menu with the word speaker, gallery.
No.
Fê, tá dizendo que o modo galeria tá bloqueado para todo mundo, não só para o Satish. É a formatação da videochamada.
Isso.
Okay, maybe I just speak to you. I can't do anything. Okay, it is my great pleasure to participate in this event about leadership and regeneration. Are you translating as I stop translating, or do I stop, or is it simultaneous translation?
It's not necessary. It's simultaneous translation now. Okay.
Okay.
You can speak freely and.
Okay. So on the screen is my face. I don't see any other face. It's a little bit. I think I would like to see somebody else's face on the screen. Maybe your face. Mute, cut, reception start, nothing happening here. Screen is not working. Okay. There's no speaker chat, start, stop. Mode with this chat. Okay. Nothing happening. Okay. So, okay. You can see me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can't see anybody. I can see my face on the screen, but I can't see anybody else. So it's a little bit, it would be better if it was, but I can't do anything from here. Nothing is changing. Everyone? No. Okay.
We are listening you, Mr. Satish, and we are here.
Okay. So it is my pleasure to participate in this event about leadership and regeneration and integral regeneration. To be a leader, you need to be what you want to see in the world. All the great leaders who have shown the way, like the Buddha in the past, Mahatma Gandhi in India, and Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela. These are the kind of examples of great leaders who have shown the way, but they have practiced and they have lived the values which they were promoting. And so to be a good leader, you have to practice what you are trying to bring in the world. So, for example, if you want to promote the ideas of ecology and spirituality and regeneration and all those values, then we have to show that they are practical and we are practicing them. So Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change that you want to see in the world. At this moment, our world needs leadership in regeneration, because at the moment, our economy is a linear economy. We take something from nature, make something, a product, a consumer item, and then in the end, it goes on the landfill or on the waste. So there's a tremendous amount of waste in our economy. So we need a regenerative economy, which is a circular economy. The economy of nature is a circular economy. What comes from nature goes back to nature. So you plant a seed in the soil. That seed becomes a tree. The tree has leaves, has fruit, and then that fruit is eaten by humans, animals, birds, And whatever is not eaten goes back into nature. The leaves go back into nature. There's no waste. There's no pollution. There's no waste bin in the forest. There's no waste bin in the orchard. Everything is recycled and reused. So that's a great economy of nature. Human economy or industrial economy or the commercial economy at the moment is linear. So we need to change this economy and make sure that everything what we take from nature, we use it and then goes back into nature so that there's no waste and there's no pollution. At the moment, there's a lot of carbon emission. We are facing big challenge, big problem of climate change and global warming. We are having a lot of carbon emission into nature. And that has to come down. That has to be reduced. And so that whatever we take, I mean, a little bit of pollution, nature can absorb. But the amount of pollution we are making is huge. And that cannot be sustained by nature. Secondly, we have to see that nature and humans are not separate. At the moment, we think that nature means mountains, forests, rivers, animals, etc., birds, etc. Humans are not nature. This is what we think. The environment is out there. We are separate from nature. So in good leadership, we have to change this worldview. And we have to say that humans are also nature. We are nature. Everything is made of earth, air, fire, water. These are the 4 basic elements which makes the whole life. Humans are also made of earth, air, fire, water. Our bodies are soil transformed. The word human comes from Latin word humus, Humus. Humus. Humus means soil. So human beings are soil beings. We are made of soil. We are nature. We are earth. We are air. We breathe every moment of air. We are water. 70% of our body has water. We are fire. Our warmth, our body temperature is fire. So we are nature. This is the most important leadership that we need to promote in the world, that there is no separation between humans and nature. And then if there is no separation, then this idea that nature is only a resource for the economy has to go. Nature is not simply a resource for the economy. Nature is a source of life itself. So humans are not above nature. Humans are not separate from nature. Humans are not superior to nature. At the moment, we value nature only in terms of how useful nature is for humans. So there is a very wonderful philosophy promoted by a Norwegian philosopher called Arne Næss. He coined the term deep ecology. So deep ecology is different from shallow ecology. Shallow ecology is that we look after nature because it is useful to humans. So the value of nature is only how useful it is for humans. So humans become the superior, above nature. Humans become the center of nature. And nature becomes a kind of resource for the economy and resource for human use. Deep ecology says that nature has intrinsic value. The trees are good, not because they are good for making wood or making furniture or making houses, But trees are good in themselves. They are good as they are. And then we take, of course, we are interrelated. Everything is interdependent. We depend on nature. Nature depends on us because we are nature. Nature depends on the rain, and nature depends on the sun, and nature depends on the soil, and nature depends on nature. We are nature. We are all interdependent. We are all interrelated, interconnected. There is no separation. No one can exist by himself or herself. We have been educated by our teachers. We are looked after our doctors. We are fed by our soil. We are nourished by water from the rain, from the rivers, from the lakes, from the wells. We are sustained by the sun. Nothing can exist by itself. Not even a single atom, not even a single electron or proton can exist by itself. Everything exists in relationship. When things come together, we are all in existence. I mean, our body is a home of millions of bacteria. Our body is made of nature. Without the sun, we cannot exist. Without water, we cannot exist. Without air, we cannot exist. Without our parents, we cannot exist. Without our teachers and doctors and nurses, we cannot exist. Without the farmers and gardeners who produce food for us, the people who make clothes for us, people build houses for us, we all depend on each other. That is the kind of new leadership that we need to promote. At the moment, our old leadership is about power. They want to become president. They want to become prime minister. They want to become a minister. They want to become the CEO of a company so they can have big salary. But a regenerative leadership is selfless. It's not for me that I want to be a leader. It's not for my power, my name, my fame, my prestige. That is not important. Important in a regenerative leadership is to serve humanity. Mahatma Gandhi was in the service of India. Nelson Mandela was in the service of South Africa. And Martin Luther King was in the service of the people, black people of America. So all the Mother Teresa, a woman from Bulgaria, from Eastern Europe, went to India, and she was in the service of the poor, the old, the dying, the sick. I had a great honor and privilege of meeting meeting Mother Teresa twice, and I was very inspired. She was a good leader. I also had a great pleasure and honor and a privilege of meeting Martin Luther King. He was an embodiment of service. He was an embodiment of love. The good leader is leading not out of anger, not out of fear, not out of anxiety, but out of love. So Martin Luther King was an embodiment of love. He sacrificed his own comfort. He was put in jail for 29 times. And yet, he had no anger for white people. He had no hatred of white people. He said, white people are my friends, my brothers and sisters. And one day, we will walk together, hands in hands. When Martin Luther King gave the great speech in Washington, 200,000 people were there. And he gave that great speech that I have a dream. And my dream is that one day there will be no discrimination between blacks and whites. There will be no superiority and inferiority. Blacks and whites are brothers and sisters. That great speech of his dream inspired me. And so I went to see him and met him and talked with him. So great leaders are leaders not for their own sake, not for their own name or fame or money or prestige or power. They are there in the service of humanity and service of planet Earth. This is why we have started Schumacher College in England. Schumacher was a man, economist called E.F. Schumacher, and he wrote a book called Small is Beautiful. And he was a great leader, a regenerative leader. He was president of the Soil Association. And he was a living being, living and practicing ecology. He had a big garden, and he was a great gardener. Because he said, I want to not only tell people to be in the soil and be part of the soil and take care of the soil, look after soil and love the soil, but I want to show them that I'm doing it. So being an ecologist, being an environmentalist, being a nature person, nature-centered. He loved nature. He loved the trees and the plants and the animals, and he planted seeds in the ground. So regenerative leadership was a great example of E.F. Schumacher. He was a great example. And this is what inspired me, so that when I started Schumacher College, I wanted to start a college in England, so I wanted to use his name. Now, Schumacher College is a college teaching regenerative philosophy and regenerative leadership. So what we do in our modern education, our education is very left brain oriented. We have two brains, left brain and right brain. The left brain is a brain of administration, management, logic, mathematics, science, analysis. All these are left brain. Very quantitative, measurement. But right brain is more intuitive, more poetic, more imaginative, more about relationships. Not separation, but relationship. So I said that most of our universities in the world are spending billions and billions and billions of dollars and pounds and euros or whatever money you have in your country. We are spending all that billions just to train the half brain, the left brain. We need a new education for regenerative leadership, and that will train both sides, both hemispheres of the brain. Left brain and right brain go together. Intuition and rationality go together. So at Schumacher College, we have a teacher called Ian McGilchrist. And he has written a book called The Master and His Emissary. The master is the right brain. And the emissary, who is the ambassador, who carries out the orders, is the left brain. So right brain and left brain must work together. So all our universities must train young people to be a good leader. To be a good leader, regenerative leader, you have to use both sides of brain. So all the great leaders that I've already mentioned to you, as I mentioned, Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King, these are the four great leaders who inspire me. And they had both sides of the brain developed and used. So, and then at Schumacher College, we also say that we educate our heart. Education of head, both sides of the head. Education of heart. Education of heart means educating young people to be courageous. To be a good leader, you have to have a courage. And at the moment, most of our young people coming out of universities lack courage. The word cœur in French means heart. So the courage is the heart quality. So we need to develop courage. Our young people need to be able to take risk. A good leader always takes risk because we don't know what is going to happen. We don't know the outcome. We don't know the results of our action. Mahatma Gandhi did not know when India will become independent. Martin Luther King did not know that one day a black man, Barack Obama, will be in the White House, a black president. Martin Luther King did not know. So, great leaders have to be courageous. And great leaders have to be able to take risk in their lives and try something. Because action in itself has its own intrinsic value. You do your best. That's a leader. Good leader does his best. Action, action, action. Always action. Results not in our hands. Outcome not in our hands. So don't worry about the results. Don't worry about the outcome and achievement. Your action has to be strong, pure, courageous. Take risk in your life. A great leader is not afraid. Freedom from fear is the first important quality of a great leader, a regenerative leader. Freedom from fear. So when you are courageous, you are able to take a risk in your life. You try some good things and unusual things and stand up for your values, but with love, with non-violence. The great leader does not use violence, not killing, not destroying, not hatred, non-violence. So Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Mother Teresa, and Nelson Mandela. All these four great leaders that I have been talking to you, they were all non-violent. They acted out of love. Courage, yes. And taking risk, yes. Even going to prison, yes. But no hatred, no violence, not harming anyone. Do no harm. That is the first principle of a great leader. Do no harm. And teaching other people to do no harm. And all our pollution is doing harm to nature. Our waste, we put sewage in the river. That's harming our rivers. We put chemicals and fertilizers and pesticides and herbicides in the soil. That's harming the soil. We put carbon in the atmosphere, carbon emission, harming the atmosphere. We put plastic in the ocean, harming the ocean. And then we go to wars. At the moment, there's a war in Ukraine, in Gaza, and Palestine, and Israel, and Iran. They're harming thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people are being killed. So we need peace leaders who can say, we want to make peace without killing anyone. In Gaza and Palestine, schools have been destroyed. Schools are closed. Hospitals have been destroyed. Patients have no place to go and be treated. Doctors are not there. 100,000 people have been killed. Mothers, pregnant mothers, children have become refugees. So that's not leadership. The leadership of Trump and Netanyahu and Putin, that's not leadership. They are in power, but they are not leaders. They are not regenerative leaders. Regenerative leaders will bring solution to the world and not destroy the world. So I would like a good leadership is that we must appoint a minister of peace. There are 194 countries in the world. Not a single country in the world has a minister of peace. We spend $300,000 billion on defense, military, nuclear weapons, tanks, and other kinds of drones, other kinds of weapons. But not a single dollar we spend on making peace. So our leaders are war leaders. And we don't want war leaders. And they are not very successful, even wars. I mean, America was fighting war in Vietnam. Many, many years. Maybe 40,000 American soldiers were killed. Billions and billions of dollars were spent, and they did not achieve anything. That's not good leadership. Vietnam is still ruled by communists. After all that destruction, all those deaths of American soldiers, and I don't know how many Vietnamese were killed. In the same way, United States of America was in Afghanistan for 20 years. And how many Americans were killed? And how many dollars were spent? Billions and billions of dollars. And what did they achieve? After 20 years, Taliban is still ruling Afghanistan. So wars are a waste of time. So I do not advocate any leadership which uses violence and hatred. We want a new kind of leadership, a leadership inspired by love, inspired by reconciliation, inspired by negotiation and discussion. So we need to have three things. First of all, we have to be the change we want to see in the world. We have to be at peace within ourselves. We have to be good person in ourselves. If we are not practicing love, compassion, simplicity, ecology, organic, all these regenerative values, we are not going to preach the world if we don't practice it. So making leader himself and herself practicing, that's the first principle. Then we need our leaders to be good communicators, like Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King and Nelson Mandela and Mother Teresa. They were good communicators. So if you want to be a good leader, you have to learn to speak. I mean, not only speak, but write great books. Or not only write, but maybe sing. I mean, we had wonderful singers like Louis Strong. He sing beautifully. And one of his beautiful songs is, "What a Wonderful World." And when you say, how do? You shake hands with people. How do you do? What you are saying is, I love you. That's a great song. So he was a great leader. I think Louis Armstrong was a great leader. And in the same way, I think John Lennon, who give peace a chance, with his songs, he inspired people. So you can be a songwriter. You can be a singer and be a good leader. And then we have to communicate through speaking, poetry, music, books writing, giving public speeches. Every leader has to train themselves to communicate their values, their ideals, and their inspiration and their vision in a good, simple, clear way. So if you want to be a good leader, you have to learn to make good some communication, some good communication. Whichever way you want to choose. You can communicate through speeches, through writing books, through poetry, through music, or through any other way. And the third thing for a good leader is that you need to be able to organize. Because one leader cannot change the world. You have to have a big movement of people behind you. So all the great leaders that I mentioned to you, apartheid against apartheid, thousands and thousands of people, not only in South Africa, but around the world, were protesting against apartheid and for the end of apartheid. So in the end, apartheid ended because it was a good organization. Mahatma Gandhi had millions of Indians following him, and people around the world were supporting him. So a good leader has to be humble and organized in such a way that people say, yes, I want to join. Yes, I want to join. I want to support. Yes. So that's the kind of good quality of a great leader. So 3 things I have mentioned to you. Be the change to be a good leader. Communicate your change and ideals and values to be a good leader. And organize other people with you so we are working together. That humility, that relationship, that working together and not arrogance. I'm the leader, you must follow me. No, we are all together. Collective leadership. We are working together. And I will be the first to go ahead and protest and go to jail. But in India, for the Indian leadership, and Indian independence, there were thousands of people going to imprisonment with Mahatma Gandhi. We know Mahatma Gandhi, but we don't know many thousands of people went to prison and sacrificed themselves for the independence of India. In the same way, there were thousands of people joined Martin Luther King to work with him to bring an end to racism. So, leader has to be humble. Leader has to be very cooperative, collaborative, working together. Not my idea, everybody must follow, but let's have it together, collective ideas. So these are the three things that I would like our leaders to have. So I think I have spoken enough. Perhaps now we can have some questions. I don't know how we're going to do it because I can't see anybody on the screen. And I don't know how my computer doesn't seem to have any gallery somehow, unfortunately. So I don't know how, but I would like to hear some questions and then I can answer. So thank you very much for inviting me to speak to you about leadership and regenerative and integral leadership. That's a wonderful subject. And I think you are all leaders. And Brazil is a beautiful country. I love Brazil. I was in Brazil maybe 5 or 6 times. And there's a wonderful country. Your country is beautiful. And so I would like to see Brazilian leadership showing the world for peace and ecology and regenerative economy and so the sustainability. So the world can be a beautiful place and our future generations can enjoy life and can enjoy good nature, and future generations can enjoy justice, social justice, and political equality. So these all values we have to work for. So Brazil is a great country and I love Brazil. So it's a great pleasure to speak to you and thank you for inviting me. If you have any questions, please ask.
Satish, thanks so much. Felipe, você consegue abrir os microfones das pessoas? E vamos fazer uma última tentativa com o Satish, Israel apoia aí, de se ele mover a tela para o lado, talvez ele consiga abrir a galeria, se mover para a esquerda. Ou é o que algumas pessoas estão me falando aqui, que pode ser uma solução.
Microfone liberado das pessoas, caso as pessoas queiram fazer perguntas.
O Rael precisa
vou colocar ele liberado.
Para ele explicar para o Satish.
1 minute, Satish.
Okay, I don't know what is my screen doesn't seem to have kind of. I don't know how to do gallery, so. But we can, if somebody can, like I can see you, Juliana, I can see you. So
Mr. Satish, you can try again in the same button.
I try, but it doesnn't happen. Nothing is happening.
Try again.
I try. I'm trying now, but nothing is changing. Just I don't know what is the problem.
Tenta explicar para ele a seta.
I can see you on the screen, but I can't see anybody else. Gallery. Yes. See you all. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, I was able to communicate to you my idea of a regenerative leadership. And you are all wonderful leaders, particularly young people and women and young people and everybody. So thank you for being good leaders.
Master Satish Kumar, I am greeting you. I am Colombian woman, but I am in Belgium now.
Yeah.
I feel so much love and happiness and peace to hear you. I feel very inspired. We are many people here looking at you and learning from your wisdom, and we are so grateful that you open this
está dizendo que ficou muito inspirada.
to share this space and information with us. For me, it is encouraging and giving me a lot of braveness and happiness to feel that we are in a good way when we are working in building peace inside of our hearts, denouncing the genocide and the devastation and the destruction of nature. And I think that what you say is really important, that we need to be together, to not be afraid, and to not hurt, stop hurting. Please.
Good.
Translate.
Thank you. Thank you. That's a wonderful, wonderful response.
Thank you so much, Master Satish. And I would like to ask a question.
Yes.
In these times of technocracy, where the powerful people, they want to continue lying to us, talking about democracy and freedom, but creating war and devastation, how we can consolidate a network of powerful leaders? Because you yourself, you are an amazing master and leader, and all of us, we are leaders. I just know about this conference today, and I see that in your group is like 1,000 people, but here we are more than 300 people, and all of us, we are building peace, trying to regenerate our life and heal our lives, stop hurting and stop being afraid. But it is like a big increase of the extreme right and the fascism in the world. And we are afraid, even if we want to keep peace and trust, is difficult. So what will be your advice to generate this, to use this technology in our favor?
Yes, yes. Your question is very good. But, you know, we have to start at the grassroots level. We cannot start with White House. We cannot start with, of course, Americans can elect a new president maybe next time. And they can elect a president who is more peaceful and more ecological, more nature lover, and a more people-oriented. Some good person they can elect. But until then, but also in every country, in India, in China, in Russia, in Israel, everywhere, we have to ask people to elect good government and good leaders. But in the meantime, we have to work at a grassroots level, wherever you are. And you ask yourself, what can I do? How can I help to organize? What will be my leadership? Can I get every month a group of people coming together to talk about peace, about ecology, about nature, about regeneration? All these values need to be educated. At the moment, our communication is very poor. Look at how business communicate. Coca-Cola communicates. Everywhere you see Coca-Cola, 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 McDonald's, McDonald's. But we don't have such a good communication about peace and about regeneration, about nature, about ecology, about sustainability. These values are not yet popular enough. So I think at the grassroots level, if you can organize a few people wherever you are and say, what can we do? How can we communicate? So everybody has to start from where they are. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. As you know, I started walking from India to America. It took me 2.5 years. I walked 8,000 miles through 15 countries. But how did I do it? Step by step by step. So if you want to build a big movement and a leadership, show the leadership for a big movement, then you have to start small and grow, and big will come later. So bring many, many people together and communicate and kind of organize. So that's all you can do. You have to always ask him, what can I do today? What can I do today? Not what can Putin can do, what Trump can do, how world can change. We can't change the whole world, but we can start one step at a time. So step by step, build a grassroots movement, and that's all you can do. We can all do. I try to do that. I started Schumacher College. I run a magazine. I try to communicate. I write books. So all of us can do something. So you have to ask yourself, what can I do today to help and be a leader and communicate and organize and bring about change? That's all you can do.
Thank you so much, Master. It is very inspiring to hear you, and thank you for everybody to be here. I am sure that each one of us, we are making our part. A big hug for you, Master. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Morning, Satish. I'd
Yes.
like to excuse myself. First of all, saying that I'm honored to be in the presence of someone like you. You are one of my inspirations. And I would like to ask you, how do you manage to still love, to radiate love toward people who mistreat animals, who cause harm to nature? How do you find the strength? Like, for instance, I'm an animal activist and I suffer so much. I feel the animals' pain, and I'm struggling to continue my work without being so emotionally drained. I'm really trying to reconnect with his spirituality to find the strength for that, but I'm having a hard time. So, with your example, I'd like to hear, how do you have the power to do this, to still love and send love to people who are doing terrible things?
Yes, yes. It's a very good question. And I would like to congratulate you for your activism and your love for animals and your work for protecting animals. That's a wonderful thing you are doing. And please continue to do it. And we have to promote the idea of being vegetarian. And even if you are not vegetarian, animals should be free in the field, breathing fresh air, eating fresh grass, living in good condition all their life. And at the end of their life, maybe with gratitude, say, thank you for giving your body for my food. With gratitude, if we take some meat, at least they have lived a good life. But our factory farms, where 10,000 cows, 10,000 pigs, 20,000 chickens are kept in a confinement, and they never see the light of the day all their life. And they are eating not fresh food, but some kind of bad food. And they have no fresh air. They have no good life. And then they are killed. So I would like to suggest to you that we promote not factory food, not factory farm, but good farming practice. And if you can be vegetarian, that's even better. Well, I'm a lifelong vegetarian, and my parents were vegetarian. And in India, there are millions of vegetarians. The Buddha started vegetarian campaign. So if you can start a vegetarian restaurant, a vegetarian shop, selling good food and some recipe books about vegetarian food, that'd be even better. But even if you eat meat, only eat fresh, organic meat, which has come from animals living good life, free life, in a kind of field, and a fresh air, fresh grass. Only grass-fed animals should be used for meat, and only small amount of meat. You don't need to meat every day. You don't need to eat meat morning, afternoon, and evening. You can eat maybe once a week, or minimize your meat eating. That will be a good step. Of course, the whole world is not going to change tomorrow, but we have to start somewhere. And you have started already. So that's a congratulations to you for doing this work, and promote this idea and bring as many people as possible, and be happy. Don't worry. Don't be unhappy. Happiness, a happy activist is better than a miserable activist. I want to be an activist, but a happy activist. Mahatma Gandhi was a happy activist. Martin Luther King was a happy activist. Mother Teresa was a happy activist. I'm a happy activist. So do your best, but be happy. World is not going to change tomorrow, according to your idea. It takes time. And it takes lots and lots of time for the Buddha's teachings to spread to millions of people. And Jesus Christ's teachings to spread millions of people. We have to do our best. Be happy, do your best, be an activist, and that's all we can do. Thank you.
Pessoal, né? A gente tem um acordo de tempo com o Satish, e para honrar esse tempo, né, e também trazer na prática, né, esse lugar da organização que ele nos falou agora, a gente vai abrir para mais uma pergunta, tá bom? E aí eu...
Just one more, Mr. Satish, one more question, and we can close. We are organizing because a lot of people want to ask you something, but if we stay here and hear everybody, we will spend a lot of time, and we are telling them that we have time to one more question.
Okay,
it's okay
one more
for
question.
You?
And then
Yes.
maybe next time we can do another session, maybe in later in autumn or next year, and we can do another session. So let's keep communication and this kind of session going so that we can develop these ideas further.
Nice.
Okay,
Thank
last
you.
question.
Yes.
Mariana
Good
Leila.
morning. Yes.
Yes.
Good morning,
Yes.
everyone. Good morning,
Yes.
Satish.
Good morning.
It's a great happiness and honor to have the opportunity to listen to you and to ask you the last question of the day. I really like your approach on the Trinity soil, soul, society. I
Yes.
really identify with that. It's really inspiring. And my question is about regeneration of the soul or of the interior life, because we talk a lot about regeneration of the planet, but I feel we also need to regenerate life inside each one because it's every time more dry because of our society. So I would love to hear you about how can we regenerate the interior life of everyone and what is the role of arts in that?
Very good question. You know, outer transformation and inner transformation go hand in hand together. Outer transformation alone cannot change the world. We have to have inner transformation as well. So in order to make inner transformation, we need to cultivate our soul qualities. So soul qualities are compassion, kindness, generosity, and being happy and being in good mood. So you have to say to yourself that I will always be in good mood. Nothing will make me and turn me into a bad mood. And then you have to say that in order to feed my soul, I will read poetry every day. I read poetry every day. And poetry, spiritual poetry, Hafiz, Rumi, Tagore, William Blake. I'm sure in Brazil you have some spiritual poets. So read good poetry, spiritual poetry every day to feed your soul, feed your spirit. And then, of course, you need to kind of say that I will speak only beautiful words. I will not say anything which make anybody angry or upset or hurt. I will not hurt anybody. So beautiful words, beautiful thoughts, have only good thoughts in your mind. That's a soul quality. It's a good mind, good thinking. So good thoughts, good words, good action, and be happy, and then do whatever you can do in the service of humanity, but from your strength of soul. Soul has to be strong. A weak soul cannot transform the world. And the strong soul needs courage, compassion, kindness, generosity, love, good words, good thoughts, good action, happy, and make your life good. Eat good food. That will make you happy. Have a good rest for yourself. You have to look after yourself in order that you can change the world. You can be an activist. You can't change the world if you are not happy, shall not fed, shall not in good health, in good spirit. So taking care of yourself, that's a soul. Taking care of your body is also part of. Soul is not a thing. Soul is a quality. Soul is not an entity, but a quality. The quality of life, quality of your being. And this is why the compassion, kindness, generosity, courage, all these values are qualities. So cultivate your qualities of life, and that happiness and joyfulness. In Indian language, we have a word called ananda. Ananda is joy. So when somebody becomes a Hindu monk, his or her name is changed. And the name is always ends with Ananda, joy. So, and we have a wonderful woman, Indian teacher, a spiritual woman called Ma Ananda Mai, mother full of joy. That was her name, Ma Ananda Mai. And then we have other male monks called Vivekananda, Shivananda, Satchidananda, Atmananda, etc. So Ananda, joy. So in order to feed your soul, you need to be joyful. You need to be happy. You need to be in good mood always. Speak good words. Think good thoughts. Eat good food. Look after your body. Then you'll be strong to serve humanity, to save humanity, to save the planet, to look after animals, to look after forests. All those things can happen. So outer transformation and inner transformation go hand in hand together.
Thank you, Satish. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you for inviting me and giving me a chance to speak to you. And I love Brazil and I love you all. And I hope that we can meet again some other time. Thank you. And goodbye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Pessoal, quero agradecer muito, 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 Satish.
Okay.
Juliana says, I wish to thank you very, very much, Satish.
Thank you. Thank you. My pleasure. It has been a pleasure to meet you all.
Ele agradece, foi um grande prazer conhecer todos vocês.
Thank you.
Espero que a gente tenha...
Bye, bye.
Bye, bye, Satish.
Bye, bye.
Bye.
Então, pessoal, agradecer a todas as pessoas que chegaram aqui nesse momento, né? Minhas águas e meu coração transbordaram, né? Que a gente possa se nutrir disso tudo. E lembrar também, né, que Satish, com muita generosidade, se propôs a fazer essa fala, né? Ter esse momento aqui com a gente, né? Então, a gente pensou nessa forma de retribuir para ele, né? Chamando aí as pessoas para contribuições espontâneas, para que isso seja revertido integralmente, né, para ele, né, para que ele possa aí continuar seguindo essa jornada de inspiração e de regeneração. Então, o Felipe colocou aqui o QR Code, né, o Pix também. Aí, quero agradecer realmente a todo mundo. E aí, para acabar, assim como a gente começou, bom, primeiro eu vou passar para o Thiago para ver se ele quer trazer alguma coisa ainda, e depois a gente faz nosso minutinho de silêncio, né? Como sempre. Quer falar algo, Ti?
Não, só agradecer mesmo. Obrigado, viu, pessoal, pela presença de vocês. É sempre uma alegria a gente estar aqui junto. Quem puder contribuir com ele, contribua, mas também isso não é um impeditivo de você estar aqui, né? A gente só quer retribuir mesmo, devolver para ele aquilo que ele ofereceu para nós, sabe? Então, quem puder contribuir, a gente vai também, além de mostrar o QR Code aqui, a gente vai enviar lá no grupo de WhatsApp que você entrou também, tá? Para você também, às vezes, fazer com mais calma, se você quiser. Mas, independentemente disso, assim, queria agradecer muito a presença de vocês, agradecer, né? Esses encontros, assim, são muito nutridores, assim, nutre muito, né? Então, estou muito, muito feliz. Estou com good mood aqui, igual ele falou. Então, é isso aí. Beijo para todos.
Passamos nosso minutinho de silêncio para a gente integrar esse momento, para a gente poder desfrutar de tudo que a gente recebeu, para a gente encontrar esse espaço de presença e de amorosidade nesse caminhar no mundo. Gratidão, pessoal. Um lindo dia para todo
A gente
mundo.
podia tirar uma foto, quem ficou aqui.
Hum,
O que vocês acham, a gente registrar esse momento?
Uns sorrisos.
Você tá aí, Fê? Você vai tirar aí? Tirou? Será que o Felipe tirou?
Eu tirei, não sei se o Fê
Ah,
tirou.
tá bom, ótimo. Beijo, gente.
Eu tirei
Tchau,
4
obrigado.
páginas de fotos, tirei de todo mundo.
Tá bom.
Valeu.
Beijo, pessoal. Tchau.
Tchau.